This video will take you through installing the Bro Block kit to your folding bike. Start by getting together all the tools you'll need. For this installation, you'll need a 3mm, 4mm and 5mm Allen key set, a pair of scissors, an adjustable spanner and cable ties. In this video, we're fitting the Bro Block to a Brompton folding bike. So we are using the Brompton specific spacer and screws provided. To start, make sure you have removed any luggage blocks or grub screws from your bike. If you have a front reflector, lower it along its metal housing. Unscrew it using an adjustable spanner, reposition it at its lowest point and retighten it in place. If you're using a Brompton bike, now align the yellow plastic spacer inside your Bro Block. The smaller hole should be at the top. For all folding bikes, including Bromptons, line up and position the metal spacer inside the Bro Block as shown. The smaller hole should be at the top again. On a Brompton, you will need the M5 by 16mm cap head bolts and 4mm Allen key. These are the longest bolts you were supplied with. You'll also need the small set of spring washers and the smaller set of penny washers. Stack them like shown. Tightly screw the Bro Block onto the luggage mounting point. Start by screwing both bolts in halfway, then align the block and tighten to 4 Nm of torque. Using the M5 by 12mm countersunk head bolts and the 3mm Allen key, secure the cable guide to the bottom set of the screw holes on the back of the mount. Finish tightening using the small end of the Allen key to 2 to 3 Nm of torque. Once done, determine which cables you need for your bike. For the standard Swytch bike setup, you will need the following cables: the display, pedal sensor, and motor cable. Thread the cables which are not required through the middle slots of the cable guide, making sure to leave the left and right slots free. Next, feed the motor wheel cable into the larger right-hand slot of the cable guide. Loop the cable to shorten it and feed it out through the left-hand slot. Fix the mount to the front of the Bro Block, with the 2 top mount bosses fitting snugly into the 2 holes as shown. Screw the 2 M5 by 12mm cap head bolts through the rear of the Bro Block, attaching everything together. Tighten to 4 Nm of torque. Pass any cable slack into the slots under the Bro Block to avoid them clashing with the reflector. Now it's time to add in any extension cables needed. For the display, you will need 2 extension cables to allow it to connect to the battery without any strain. Attach the color-coded cables by aligning the arrows on the sides of the matching connectors and pushing them together. Cable tie the hanging mount cables around the back of the Bro Block. If the cables are hanging down obscuring the reflector, cable tie them around the front too. When routing your cables, follow the existing cables on your bike, allowing some slack for the handlebars to turn and the bike to fold as usual. Loop any excess back on itself and secure everything with the cable ties. To test your kit is fitted correctly, rotate your handlebars back and forth. They should move freely. If the cables get caught by the reflector housing, you'll need to cable tie around the front of the Bro Block. All that's left to do is connect your power pack. Set your power level, and you're ready to go. For more help, please visit support.switchbike.com.